All right, guys. So since my most viewed video on this channel is about me talking about semen retention, I decided I'm going to go ahead and react to semen retention channels and see what it is that they're talking about, right? Because in my original video, go and watch it if you haven't watched it. I talked about how people are lying to you about certain things in semen retention. But this is just me going off some of the things that I've heard. So I decided right now, I say, you know what would be a good idea? Watching the channels, the videos. I don't even watch this type of content anymore. I did in like 2018 maybe. But now I haven't watched these videos in years. But let's go ahead and let's see what it is that they're talking about. I'm not going to lead you astray. I'm not going to feed you a bunch of lies. I'm going to tell you the raw, uncut truth. So let's see what Regal Change has to say about this, okay? How semen retention can make your presence magnetic. You will be the unspoken alpha. All right, let's see what's going on here.
It's been 10 months for me since I've started the semen retention journey. And I can definitely say I've learned so much about myself and so much about growing closer to the source of creation.
I agree with that. You will learn more about yourself because you learn how to overcome short-term desires for a long-term benefit, right? Because when you're on semen retention, you're going for the long-term benefit as opposed to guys who go on the website and they want to, have a quick nut and just for that short-term pleasure. So it does teach you more about yourself. I agree with this so far.
During this time. But what I really want to talk about today and what I want to focus on in regards to semen retention is how your presence becomes so much more powerful.
Let me guess what he's going to say. You walk into Target and the women are just like, oh my goodness, Johnny, oh my goodness, he's holding in that semen. Johnny, oh my girls, come over here. There's more women on the way. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
And the reason that your presence becomes powerful is because you are not like any other person walking this planet when you truly sexually discipline yourself and when you truly have an understanding of what it means to be disciplined and what it means to not give up in your retention journey and just to not give up in life in general. But you might find that making eye contact with people is not always advantageous when you are on semen retention. And you might also find that people seem to be like sorry a lot more. At least that's something I've noticed.
See, I don't agree with this. So for the most part, I get what he's saying. Like, for example, when you are disciplined, you do stand out from other people. Of course, because most people, they don't have that power that comes from being disciplined with yourself, having self-control and having self-mastery. I agree with that. That definitely is something that when you walk into a workplace, when you walk in a Target, when you walk into anywhere, people will see you and they'll see the difference in themselves when they're fat and out of shape and you can tell that they're lazy and you look like a disciplined man. However, I don't agree with the fact that you just hold in your semen and suddenly people are just going to look at you differently. Like, no, yes, the discipline is one of the traits that definitely does get you to stand out from other people. But this is not about you holding in your nut, right? This is not about that. People can't smell that on you. They can't smell the fact that you're retaining. But yeah, when you are disciplined, when you are consistent, it's something in your eyes that it's just different. You just seem more focused, more laser focused. But I don't think people, and this is coming from someone who's had over 100 days, my streak, and people aren't just going to start apologizing to you because you're retaining your nut. They're not going to be like, oh my goodness, he's holding in that nut. Wow.
Especially within the first 3 weeks of the semen retention, I noticed I got a lot of people more like staring at me more, just feeling more energized in my body and everything like that. I just like you would.
You will feel more energy for sure. On my longest streak, I was hitting the gym every single day, and I will I will be honest. Like the time when I broke my streak, instantly, like the next day, I already felt like my power, my strength went down just a notch, as opposed to when I was on the streak. I felt powerful, energetic. So I believe that this is true. This is why men, once they have sex, they go to sleep right away. Why? Because you're almost depleting yourself of your energy.
Walk into a room and it was like you are, even if you're not saying a word, you are the unspoken alpha of the room. And I mean that in a very meticulous way. I don't want that to sound cringe, but that's
Yeah, bro, it does sound cringe. You're the unspoken alpha, but I get what he's trying to say. You are like the leader. Like when you are someone who has self control and self mastery, you are, like he said, unspokenly the leader. Because people who lack self control, people who lack self discipline and lack the consistency to do what they know they need to do, those people will naturally gravitate towards someone who is disciplined, who is consistent, because they're looking for those answers in themselves. And when they see someone that seems like they have it all figured out, they're going to naturally want to follow that person.
really just the way it is. I mean, I've had guys at the gym that are like really solid dudes. They are 210 pounds, 250 pounds of muscle, and they're like apologizing to me for getting in my way. And so,
Bro, this has nothing to do with you retaining. If someone gets in your way, it's just natural to be like, oh, sorry about that. It's just the right thing to do. If you're cutting someone off or something, it would be rude to just act like that didn't just happen, right? Has nothing to do with your nut and with your semen. None of this. You could literally not be retaining. And if someone, does something like that, gets in your way, most people, 9 times out of 10, if they're not a straight up asshole, they're gonna say, hey, I'm sorry about that. Right? Unless you just look like a complete wimp and then the person is just a straight asshole, he's not gonna say sorry. But this doesn't have anything to do with your semen, guys.
something I realized, I was like, why? Like, I've never gotten this kind of respect from men before. I've never gotten this kind of respect from these kinds of men before. This is
See, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, this stems from insecurity because when you are retaining, when guys hop on semen retention, they go into it with the mindset of, okay, if I retain long, I'll gain respect. Okay, if I retain long, I will get attraction. I will gain points in women's eyes. Women will look at me more if I just do it longer. So guess what? Once you go into it with that mindset and beforehand you have the mindset of if you don't do this, you won't get this, then guess what? Once you start doing it, you're going to start seeing it because you believe it. It's about what you believe. If you believe in ghosts, you're going to think that it's a ghost. If you don't, you won't think it's a ghost. It's about what you believe in. So if you have the mindset that people will look at you, people will find you attractive, men will respect you, you could be on or off semen retention, and it's all the same thing. And I'm telling you 100%, like I experienced what he's saying, and guess what? I don't think it has anything to do with my semen. It's just how I carry myself, regardless of if I just busted one the last night, or if I've been retaining for who the fuck cares? I don't care how long it is. It's just the way I carry myself. And I believe that guys go into this with a kind of an insecure mindset to where they think less of themselves. So they think that semen retention is the end all be all and the cure that's going to make you get respect. But if it works for you, cool. That's great. Whatever gets you to believe in yourself more. But the thing is, I don't want you guys to think that holding in your semen is what's going to cause this. It's about your mindset. Because you can have this same mindset and not do it. And I'm not saying semen retention is bad because I love it. Pause. I love like learning more about yourself, having the discipline, having the consistency. That's good. It's great traits. But don't go into it thinking that this is the cure to whatever insecurity you're having about people not respecting you or people thinking you're less than who you are, right? Because this is an issue about people respecting you. It's about how you carry yourself. Because if you respect yourself, then people are naturally going to respect you. So when you're on semen retention, you are respecting yourself because you're not just depleting yourself. So people will naturally respect you. If you're in a relationship and you don't respect yourself, then women will not respect you. But if you're in a relationship and you respect yourself, then women will naturally respect you. So this is a matter of, do you respect yourself? When you're on those websites and you're letting them all go, guess what? You don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself, so people won't treat you with respect. This is about how you treat yourself and what your mindset is.
Very strange. And the thing that I think it comes down to is just there's a sense of awareness of your sexual discipline, and that has also transpired in multiple areas of your life. And so,
real quick, and this is why, do you think that incels, the ones who haven't let it go, well, I believe probably most of them do. They're probably on the websites every day. But let's just say an incel. He's kind of like nerdish. He's kind of like, he doesn't know how to look someone in their eyes. He hasn't busted one in prehistoric ages. The motherfucker hasn't busted one since 200 BC when the caveman and the Neanderthals were around, the fucking dinosaurs. Do you think that people are going to be like, oh, sorry, man, and the women are going to be like, oh my goodness, look at him. Look at fucking Gerald over there. Wow. No. But that motherfucker's been holding it in for a while, right? So it has nothing to do with that. It's about how you carry yourself. Because you could have that same wimp nerd and he could not get any respect from anyone. Why? Because he carries himself that way.
so women will also, depending on if they're worldly or not, will also notice this. It's your words have more weight, and you can actually make a genuine connection that is more pure and more true. It's as if you are building your relationship on the foundation of creation itself.
Guys, what I've been saying this whole video, it's about the mindset that you have. Your words aren't suddenly going to be holding more weight. People aren't going to treat you like you're the president just because you're retaining. It's about the mindset. If you're not retaining, and like I said, I'm not advertising for you not to retain. I believe you should. But if you're not retaining and you carry yourself like someone who your words hold weight, it doesn't matter. People will respect you because that's how you carry yourself. I carry myself that way, and I get that treatment. I get that treatment back because that's how I carry myself. Has nothing to do with you retaining. This is an issue about your mindset. How do you see yourself? If you see yourself as someone who deserves respect, someone who is deserving of respect, then guess what? That's what you're going to get.
You are building your relationship between people on the rock of creation itself. Because when you are able to retain and to hold, your magnetism increases. This is, you might find waves of random financial gains as well on this journey. You might find
that is true. The fact that you can gain, more financial gain, and it's because of the fact that you're sexually transmuting your energy. This is not because of the semen. This is about your energy. You have energy inside of your body. And when you're letting it go, you're wasting your energy. You're wasting your energy. So you don't have that energy to put into your business. You don't have that energy to put into your workouts. You don't have that energy to put into other things that could otherwise grow if the energy was put into it. So when you're retaining and you take that energy and you put it into somewhere where it can generate money, you're going to see more money. You're going to see an increase in money. If you want a better body and you take that energy and you're not releasing it every single day and you're putting it into your body, you're putting it into working out, then you're going to see an increase in that. If you want to learn the piano and you take that energy and you put it in there, guess what? You're going to see an increase in that. It's going to improve because of the energy that you hold within you.
Waves of women where they're just coming at you. They're literally throwing themselves at you.
This is cap. Women are not just gonna be on their fucking knees with their mouths open. Guess what? If that was the truth, then every man, that's the secret. Every man just has to retain, and suddenly they walk outside, and there's like a line of 20 women, all of them with their mouths open. Let me put my cock in this one's mouth, okay, next one, okay, and the next one, okay, and the next one. You bitch, bend over. You over here, open up your asshole. This is not how this shit works. That's not how it works. Waves of women coming at you. Come on, brother. I don't even think he believes this. Waves of women coming at you. You bitch, spread your asshole. You over here, spread your pussy. You over here, open your mouth. That's not how this works, bro. It's about how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself like a man who deserves women, a man who women should, fight for his attention, then women are going to treat you that way. But you're not just going to retain and suddenly you're going to have 10,000 women running your way. So this is why I made that first video, is because people say things that it's just quite frankly not true. And if you go into it believing that this is going to be the cure to why you're not getting any women, then you're going to be a fucking nerd holding in your nut. And guess what? Now you're just going to have a God complex thinking that women are looking at you when in reality they're like, why the fuck is this creep looking at me? Why is he staring at me? And you're like, yeah, bitch, I'm on semen retention. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, look at you. She's going to be like, that's probably what she's thinking in her head. She's like, the fuck is this creepy guy looking at? What the fuck? Is he okay? And you're like, yeah, semen retention.
I'm to the point now to where there were certain girls that were throwing themselves at me in such a way that I just had to look at them and shake my head, because I didn't want to say.
They were like, what the fuck is this creep looking at? And he's like, and they're like, holy shit, should we get a restraining order? Yo, Melissa, do you see that guy over there? And then they look, hey, Samantha, do you see that guy? The three of them are looking, and he's like,
I didn't say anything. I didn't need to say anything, and I was just not interested in them, because they're not the kinds of girls that I would take seriously. And so a lot of the times your presence will become magnified as well. It's, for me also, I've noticed my walk and just this kind of masculine swagger that I've developed, where it's very natural now. Like, it's a very natural thing. And it's not that I'm being boastful in what I'm doing or how I'm walking. It's just I am being authentically me in my masculine form. And that feels very good, that for a guy that never had that really growing up, that always felt a bit more feminine and temperamental.
see, that's where this starts. That's where this stems from. This is a guy, and I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about people who go into semen retention with this mindset. They go into it as a nerd. They go into it as someone who thinks they're a beta. They go into it as someone who thinks that they are less than other men. And then they get on semen retention, and now they feel as if they are in line with other men. They're like, okay, I'm at least at the same level or even higher. But it's not about the fact that they're retaining. It's about the fact that beforehand they went into it thinking that they were a beta. And then afterwards, they think, oh, now I'm an alpha because I've been retaining. Like I said, if it works for you, cool. But understand that this is this is not true confidence. This is not true confidence. Because guess what? If you go on this long streak and now you think you're the man, you think you're an alpha, yeah, I'm the man. And then suddenly you release, and now what? Now you think you're a beta? Now you think you're a bitch? That's not true confidence. You don't really believe in yourself. You believe in semen retention, you don't believe in yourself. When you believe in semen retention, that can easily be taken from you. It's the same thing about validation, and when you put your confidence in the hands of others to validate you, and you say, okay, if these people compliment me, then I feel confident. Oh, look at you, bro. You look good. Oh, you have a nice car, all this. And now you feel confident. And then they talk shit about you and it's taken away. It's not true confidence. Like I said, you believe in semen retention, you don't believe in yourself. Because the moment that you bust, the moment that you release, suddenly you're back to being a beta. Suddenly nobody's looking at you. Suddenly men don't say sorry. Suddenly women aren't opening their assholes for you. So this is not about believing in yourself. This is about believing in semen retention.
It's nice to step into that masculine power and to feel the rawness. Like, there's just this raw,
No, Diddy.
masculine quality that you have when you retain. And everybody knows it. Like, everybody can sense it. And you are just going to do things a lot more naturally now. And you're going to reap the rewards. Absolutely. Absolutely. In these 10 months, specifically in the last 2 months, I've had, well, I'd say 3 months, I suppose. I've had more attention from, like, really attractive women than I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I'm still lifting weights. I'm still going to the gym. I'm changing up my diet now. I'm changing a lot of different things. I'm changing my lifestyle. And this is another way that semen retention allows you to reshape and reform your identity. Because you become your authentic self. You become something more. And a lot of people that are not on semen retention, who we're going to call normies or depleted coomers, we are not even going to acknowledge them and what they have to say about this anymore. Because, look, I've been doing this for 10 months. There's been nothing but improvement in my life. And really, do you want to be the guy that watches corn? I don't want to say the word on here because I don't want the algorithms to switch up too much right now. But because I've been noticing my YouTube channel hasn't, like, for some reason, isn't getting as many views right now. And I don't know what's going on with the algorithms. I'm more careful in what I say is very important to a lot of men out there and to any women that are very interested in this topic as well. You know, this is a channel that I am a diversified individual.
All right, that's the video for today, guys. I'm going to end it right here. It's 8 minutes into the video. I'm not trying to watch 20 minutes. If y'all want me to react to the rest of the video, let me know, and I'll go ahead and continue breaking everything down. But I think that the general message has already been broken down, and this is the video, guys. Stop going into semen retention believing in these things and thinking that that's the reason why. Do the inner work. Work on yourself. I'm saying semen retention helps. It definitely helps with the inner work. However, you need to do the inner work so that you believe in yourself without this, so that you believe in yourself in general. And then if you go on it, great. You'll see the benefits. You'll see the increased energy. You'll see that you can now put that energy into other things. But you're truly a confident man. You're not someone who your confidence can be stripped away from you the moment you release. All right, guys, that's the video. If you liked this video and you want me to keep doing more, go ahead and leave me a comment, because I think it's a good idea to go ahead and see other creators. And no hate to this guy. I don't hate on anyone. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm just here to simply watch videos and give them my opinion and add to the topic and start a discussion, so that if you guys agree or disagree, you can leave it down below. No hate. We're not hating over here, okay? So if you're hating, take your ass somewhere else, okay? Peace out. I'm out of here. 1 second. All right, I'm out.